Hello, everyone. I'm Cam Robertson. I'm your grade 12 grade administrator and assistant principal. Hello, students, and of course, parents and guardians as well. Both of you are possibly viewing this video. The purpose of this virtual grade 12 assembly or presentation is really to just run through a few things regarding grad 2021. I have a bit more information for you, not a heck of a lot, but a bit more, but also to invite grade 12 students to volunteer their time and their effort in making their grad commencement ceremony the best possible, and to share a bit of information with grade 12s regarding a few important items in their grade 12 year, in the year that remains. So I am sharing my screen with you. Yeah, just a little bit about grad 2021. You already know that, of course, Friday, June 11th will be the commencement ceremony for the class of 2021 here at Spruce Grove Composite High School. That'll take place at the Edmonton Expo Center grounds. Know that the commencement ceremony will start at 4:30 p.m. You will begin to have access to the grounds themselves at 3:30. Grads and family members should arrive in one vehicle and one vehicle only. Know that if there are some particular circumstances around that for you, then do please contact Mrs. Nollmeyer or myself, and we can have a conversation regarding that. But be aware that we have a maximum allowable number of vehicles that can attend the ceremony, given the space that is provided and the requirements that need to be fulfilled in terms of protocols and that kind of thing. Know that in terms of that vehicle, it is a regular single family type vehicle, right? No limos, no party buses, no tractors, no no horses, no none of that kind of stuff is allowed on property. If you if you are planning those kinds of things, then that would need to be planned off grounds. Obviously, we would be hopeful that everybody would be following whatever protocols are in place at that time for the June 11th day. But again, those vehicles will not be allowed on property, so be aware of that in your planning. Ticket prices, details, all of that kind of thing. More information will come, and obviously specifics of the commencement ceremony. Some specific plans will come a little bit later as well. Okay, just so that we are aware, in terms of you having a bit of a lay of the land, this is just a map of the Expo Center grounds. You can see that in the north area, this is kind of the area where the buildings would be. Here's the track here to the west. Here's to the south. Borden Park is just to the south of the grounds, and then of course Wayne Gretzky Drive to the east over here. You will be entering the property from the south on the 73rd Street, so you might be coming off the Yellowhead onto the Wayne Gretzky Drive, driving to the south of the property, and then entering the property on 73rd Street through these gates. And then also, of course, down the laneway, security will be present, of course, Expo Center staff as well, and they will be directing you into this parking lot. The stage is located right here on the south side of the lot. There'll be a screen here, a screen here, a screen here as well, just to ensure that all vehicles will be able to easily see what's happening on the stage. And obviously you can see vehicles parked here. There'll be vehicles parked back here as well. Know that if you arrive in what we would consider a larger family size vehicle, then those vehicles will be the larger ones that might impede the vision of small vehicles that are of attendees who are in smaller vehicles. Those larger vehicles will be parked along the periphery of the area. Okay, so just know larger vehicles will be parked along the periphery of the area, smaller vehicles in the middle. Okay, so that's just a bit of an insight in terms of what the actual grounds will look like. Okay. Grade 12s, for sure, we want you to help make your graduation event as great as possible and as great as you are. Volunteers are needed. And some of you, I'm sure, are wanting to be ones that can be involved in terms of making a speech, right? So a toast to parents and staff. Some of you may want to be considered for the valedictory address. Know that our valedictorian, or the person that does the valedictory address, is generally speaking somebody who is, achieving academic honors, typically above 90%. And somebody who is very much a positive role model and representative for the class of the graduating class of that year, right? By all means, students can submit their names forward for that. Perhaps you are interested in providing some entertainment. We don't know how many musical performances we will necessarily have, but it could be one, it could be two, it could be three. And there are lots of different opportunities in terms of how we could showcase that as well. Typically, in our past, we've had students that work behind the scenes, so they don't want to do the speeches. They don't want to be, front and center like that. They don't want to do a performance, but they want to contribute in terms of putting together that baby picture presentation that, of course, shows all of the lovely members of the class of 2021 in maybe their infancy or in their toddlerhood. And as the young adult that they are with their grad picture side by side. As well, some certainly like to or want to be able to put together a memories video of some sort that can kind of document or capture the class of 2021's 3 years of high school in some way, shape, or form. Okay, and certainly that can be something that students volunteer for. There's also, a call out for artists. We need a program, and a program always has a cover with a beautiful display of art as well. And so we would look for somebody who could contribute that as well. Know that in terms of speeches, entertainment, and all that kind of thing, if you are wanting to put your name in as someone to be considered for that role, you do need to be prepared for making those in a digital recorded kind of forum, such as this. And we help you get organized for that, but as well in an in-person forum as well, right? So there is the potential for you coming onto stage and making those speeches or performances live, but we know as well that that may not be a possibility as well. And so we need to be prepared to have those recordings done and ready to go well in advance of the actual event on June the 11th. Okay, so there's definitely lots of opportunities for students to become involved in the planning, preparation, and the creation of this grad event. Okay, if you are interested, by all means, feel free to stop by my office and let me know. By all means, feel free to stop by the main office and talk with our grad coordinator, Mrs. Cindy Nullmeyer, and let her know. And certainly, you are asked to come to a meeting on Tuesday, March 23rd, a socially distanced meeting at 11:15 a.m. in the large gymnasium. So if you're interested as a participant or as a volunteer, or you have some ideas in terms of maybe some other things that potentially could be done, or you're wanting to contribute to some of the decisions that are made by representing your members of the class of 2021, then by all means, please do attend this socially distanced meeting in the large gymnasium at 11:15 on Tuesday, March 23rd, which is 1 week from today. Okay, so think about that. Think about what you want your participation to be, and do attend that meeting. Okay, and by all means, feel free to stop by my office and ask some questions, or talk with Mrs. Nullmeyer and ask her some questions as well. Okay. Regarding grad list, of course, you know that the grad list has been posted, but the most important grad list hasn't been posted yet. The most important grad list, of course, is the last list that is posted before June 11th, and we still have a few more to go before we get there. There will be an updated grad list posted the week of April 7th to 9th, 2021, of course. That's the week right after we get back from spring break. And so if you are not yet on the grad list, maybe because you're struggling in a course, then by all means you want to make sure that you are doing the work needed in order to raise that that average, that achievement, so that you can be successful in your required courses and get your name on that grad list. Again, the requirements are displayed on your screen, and I don't need to go through them again because I already went through them once in a video that you watched a little while ago. For some of you, the most important thing for sure would be that module work that you might be doing through AAC or at home learning or ADLC, and you want to just make sure that you are completing those modules successfully, well, but also within a timely fashion, so that you are on track to finish that course before the deadline that is required. Okay, any of you in work experience, ditto, you need to make sure that you're submitting your hours to Mrs. Weeb in Student Services so that we can count on, you can count on earning those credits, and we can include that in our tracking. If you have any questions about that, by all means, do stop by and see me. Grad Apparel and Gear, in the email where you found the link to this video, you will see a link to Grad Apparel and Gear. So by all means, if you're looking to order something, do go to that website and order. Awards, scholarship. There is an awards and scholarship form that you all have access to, and I'm actually going to exit the full screen here and go to our website, because students, remember, we would have went through this at the start of the year with a presentation like this, myself and Mrs. Spink. On our website for students, you can go to awards and scholarships, right? And you can see that there is a grade 12 awards application form. Quite a number of Spruce Grove Composite High School specific awards are identified on here, and you need to complete this form in a detailed way in order to be considered for any of those awards. So you should ensure that if you're interested in applying for awards and scholarships, this is one step you need to complete. You will as well need a teacher endorsement form, pretty simple process, and check in with a couple teachers that you know would endorse you or are likely to endorse you given your qualities and the qualities you've demonstrated with them and in your 3 years of high school, and do that. But again, the links are right here. And last but certainly not least, I mean, there are the grade 12 awards and scholarships all listed at this link. And there is this great video. You know what? Receiving money does take a little bit of work, a little bit of effort. And this video helps in terms of you understanding some of the steps that you need to take in order to do that. So be aware of some of the awards and scholarships that are available to you, and ensure that you do the work needed in order to be considered for those awards. Okay, you don't want to not complete a task that was really quite straightforward and easy, and then find out later that you could have had some free money that would have paid for some expensive post-secondary education. Speaking of post-secondary, just a few reminders. No matter where you're going and what you're doing after high school, congratulations on that. But remember, if you're heading to a post-secondary institution, every post-secondary institution has their specific deadlines and timelines regarding formally accepting their invitation to join their program, regarding course selection or enrollment or registration, regarding payments of fees, all those kinds of things. You need to pay attention to your emails. You need to pay attention to, the login codes and passwords that they provide for you to log into whatever institution-specific site that they're asking you to. You need to check your to-do lists and all that kind of thing. That is your responsibility as a grade 12 student, as a young adult, and as a post-secondary student. So we encourage you to do that. Don't trust your friend who says the deadline is May 1st or March 31st or whatever for your institution. You need to check that out for yourself, because you are the one who is ultimately responsible for those deadlines, and not doing so could mean that you're dealing with a problem down the road, and that's not something that any of you want to be dealing with, and nor do I or Mrs. Spink want you dealing with those potential pitfalls and problems, right? So be proactive, check the deadlines, do what needs to be done so that you don't have to problem solve in an emergent way on your way, okay? Last but not least, you know that Q3 diploma exams are optional, as are Q4, but we are in Q3, and so now is about the time where I'm asking you to indicate if you are planning or intending to write your diploma exam. So in the email where you access this video, there is a link to a form. Only if you plan to write that diploma exam or diploma exams do you need to complete that Google form. If you do not plan to write, don't complete the form, okay? But again, if you plan to write your diploma exam or exams for this quarter, do open the Google form, submit the necessary information, and click submit. And then I will know to have an exam ready for you to write on that particular day. If you have any questions about diploma exams, don't hesitate to connect with me. Other than that, thank you for your time. Again, I hope you are all well in this spring and warmish weather. I know I'm certainly feeling better about the weather outside. Continue to work hard on your Q3 classes, and continue to be diligent about all the things that you need to be on top of as a grade 12 student. I know there are many. So again, thanks for viewing this video, and I will see you around, and have a good night.